Oi.
Okay, there is a approval of the agenda. There are some changes to the agenda, so I just need to announce that the minutes for the May 28th have not been completed, so we need to defer action on that. No, I don't have a copy of the revised agenda, so that's basically it. There was an agenda item, but I think it's got the meeting for public comment on today's meeting, so we don't have that in my earlier agenda. So, can we have an approval of the agenda as amended?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
before we approve the agenda, I don't see on here an item of dealing with the candidates whose applications were not processed with the others, those who met the deadline, but were processed appropriately.
We can add that to the agenda, adding an agenda item right after, before we go into closed session for a discussion of the applicants whose resumes went into a IT loop and didn't get produced earlier. So,
And I don't know if we need an opinion from the attorney whether that is something like part of the closed meeting or part of the open meeting.
You want to speak more?
I'm happy to speak to it. This morning, we reviewed the administrative resolution adopted by the Bernalillo County Commission. Specifically, paragraph 7 speaks to the fact that the search committee will meet to review applications and utilize in-person or virtual interviews to evaluate the candidates. It doesn't set out a specific time frame for each. This meeting has been provided sufficient notice, we feel, under the Open Meetings Act, the 3 days notice of a special meeting. And included on the agenda is a closed session to conduct interviews for the position of county manager pursuant to the relevant section of the Open Meetings Act. Because the resolution does not specify certain dates or more specific procedures, we think that it would comport with the Open Meetings Act if there were discussion of these recently discovered applications misrouted due to technical issues with email, and proceed to interview them today if they were found qualified and if that was the will of the commission.
Okay. So does that conversation take place? Open meeting, closed meeting?
Any discussion of individual applications themselves has to take place in the closed session pursuant to the Open Meetings
So
Act.
we did then add that to the agenda once we go into closed session.
but I think we can, you can correct it, but we can briefly discuss what happened, that it was not an issue of just ignoring two applicants, but that they went into a IT loop, if you would. Someone just kind of give us a brief overview as to why we're dealing with this issue today.
I can't speak on behalf of IT per se, and I know Bernadette was very diligent in tracking down all the applications. From our understanding, it was completely inadvertent. There was a misdirection because of computer algorithms that misdirected to submissions into a junk folder. It was never seen in an inbox, and it was only because of very diligent screening and work over the weekends that the county realized there were 2 additional applications.
Okay. Well, with that, can we have an approval of the agenda?
Second.
Moved in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. The next item is on May 28th, we did discuss a closed meeting, but we did it in the office. We're still in closed meetings, so for compliance purposes, we need to approve the closed meeting statement for the May 28th. So I offer the following statement regarding the closed meeting held on Tuesday, May 28th at 2 p.m. Only those items described in the published notice and agenda for the closed meeting held on May 28th were discussed at the closed meeting. I need a motion for approval of this statement, and it will become a part of the minutes of this meeting. Moved by Tim, moved in second. All those in favor? Aye. Okay, do we deal with that issue? Okay, item number 6, then we don't have the minutes, as I stated, they will be deferred. Closed meeting session, conduct the interviews. I guess we have 10 minutes before we have our first interview. Is there any discussion that needs to take place in open meeting?
There should be a motion.
A motion to go into closed session.
We're not in closed because we don't have, we can go in, yes, let's go into closed session. Yes.
And
We go to closed session.
Second.
Moved in second.
And sir, a roll call vote is necessary.
A roll call vote?
Aye.
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 And I would just state for the sake of the record that the motion to go into closed session is for the discussion of limited personnel matters as exempted by the Open Meetings Act 10-15-1-H2. Thank you.
We're now back in open session.
That's your background.
I'm going to still come here. Yeah. I can touch it, let me know. Approved selection.
Okay. It is heard, okay, we are back in open session. The first order of business is to report our closed meeting statement. I offer the following statement regarding the closed meeting held Tuesday, June the 3rd, 2024 at 10 a.m. Only those items described in the published notice and agenda for the closed meeting held on June the 3rd were discussed at this meeting. I need a motion for approval of this statement, and it will become a part of the public record. Motion?
So, second.
Moved in second. Roll call. Tim?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
And we don't have Maggie, right?
Everyone comes back.
Okay,
Just on point. This is this is a live meeting and we're about to announce those 5. As a courtesy, should we call people, tell the ones that are not being there, you guys, I guess we should do.
Well, it'd be after your action, then Bernadette will call.
Okay, but somebody's gonna see it right now, right?
yeah, okay. Item number 8 is to approve the selection of the top 5 candidates to be presented to the Board of County Commissioners. And the top 5 are in alphabetical order: Cindy Chavez, Marcos Gonzalez, Thomas Hutka, Redmond Jones, and Joseph Lassard. I have a motion to approve these top 5 candidates which were presented in alphabetical order.
So moved.
Second.
Moved in second. All those in favor signify by roll call.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. We've got 4 and 1 out of the extension.
She's out there.
Mr. Chair, do we need a statement to come back into open, Julianne? We read the statement, but we still need a vote to come back into open meeting.
Oh, I move we go return to open meeting.
Okay, I'll second that. Aye.
Moved and approved. I thought we did that when I said we would go back into open session. Didn't do a formal vote on it, but Bueno, anything else from HR or legal?
Thank you for everything.
Thank you for lunch. Do you owe somebody or is this in your budget, Ken?
It's in my budget. Thank you guys so very much. It's very difficult and you did such a great job. Welcome. Really appreciate it.
It's an interesting process.
It was tough. I thought it was tough. I mean, with all the things going back and forth, it was. Yeah.
Thank you for leading. I know.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job.
Fun to work with you again. Why?
Hurtiness.
Yeah.
And it was great to meet you. I know.
Well, it's nice to hear you guys. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Oh,
Second.
is that, oh, okay, because motion to adjourn.
All those in favor of adjourning? Aye. And I want to thank the staff. You've done a fantastic job of dealing with some